Hey folks, Matt here, and these are the metal vinyl releases for May 2021. Starting off with May 7th, we have a reissue for Carcass. The album is called Heartwork. It is their fourth album, originally released in 1993. And like the original, this Ultimate Edition is going to be released by Earache Records. It's a 2 LP set. The first record is the original album, but the second record has 10 demo tracks, available for the first time on vinyl. And of course, since it is Earache, it's also going to be given to you in full dynamic range, which is the way these recordings were actually meant to be. 5 vinyl variants for this one. We have silver, 100 copies, blue, 200 copies, red and white marble, an unspecified number of copies, white and black merge, also unspecified number of copies, and black vinyl. And guess what? Unspecified number of copies. As of the time of this recording, silver is out of stock at the Earache web store, so keep that in mind. I wasn't a fan of this album when it came out. I was a little bit stubborn about the classic Carcass, and I kind of wanted that sound to remain, but I do have Surgical Steel, and I do like that album quite a bit, so I might go back and revisit some of those other albums that I didn't really like, basically Heartwork and the other one. So I may or may not buy this edition right away. We'll see. Also coming out May 7th is the 10th studio album for Danish thrashers Artillery. This is X, or 10, to be released by Metal Blade Records. Vinyl variant for the US is blue, red, and white melt splatter vinyl. There was an import and limited to 200 copies. For wanting more than one choice, however, the EU variants consist of not only the aforementioned variant, but also violet blue marbled vinyl, 200 copies, blood red and blue marbled vinyl, 300 copies, and 180 gram black vinyl, unspecified number of copies. So all variants should come with an insert, a poster, and a download card. Also, the European site has a couple of vinyl and t-shirt bundles for the black variant as well as the blue, red, and white variant. So check that out if you're interested in that. They also have a music video out for the track Turn Up the Rage at the official Metal Blade YouTube channel. I definitely dug this band's 80s output, particularly by Inheritance, great album, so I'll at least look into this one, especially if the music video is any indicator, because that track was pretty decent. And also on May 7th will be a live album from doom metal legends Candlemass, entitled Green Valley Live, to be released through Peaceville Records. This was a live recording, the only one for the band from 2020, and originally streamed live on the internet in July of that year. Vinyl variant will be 140 gram black vinyl, a 2 LP set. Also comes in a gatefold jacket and with a booklet containing liner notes. So no official video from Peaceville on their YouTube channel to promote this live album. In fact, Peaceville's not really good at even posting semi-regular content on that channel. So there's that. But a YouTube search for me did bring up someone who had grabbed the stream and posted it to their own channel, and well, you know what to do. So depending on sound quality and track listing, I might get this one. I actually dig Candlemass quite a bit. Moving on to May 14th, we have a cover tunes album from Anthrax drummer Charlie Benante and friends called Silver Linings, to be released through Megaforce Records. Other musicians on the record include members of Slipknot, Death Angel, Testament, and a few bandmates from Anthrax, among some other folks. Artists covered for this one are U2, Mother Love Bone, Massive Attack, Run DMC, Fleetwood Mac, Tom Petty, Iron Maiden, UK, Billie Eilish, Beastie Boys, Kiss, Public Image, and Living Colour. So, yeah, not exactly sold on this one. Nothing available at the Megaforce website on this one, but of course there never is. Seriously, Megaforce, fix your damn website. It's awful. It's crappy. You never update it. The site's an embarrassment. But anyways, if you go over to Charlie's YouTube channel, there are some remote collabs with others that are jammed cover songs. So these might be the album versions. I'm not really sure. But it would likely give you a good idea of the content if you're interested. Not sure who the audience is for this, except maybe those who are diehard collectors of anything remotely connected to Anthrax, but there it is. Also on May 14th, expect the debut album from a music project involving both Michael Sweet and Tracy Guns called Sunbomb. The album is evil and divine and will be released through Frontiers Records. So the project is being touted as traditional heavy metal, but with some doom metal in the mix, which is kind of interesting. You can check out the music video for the tracks Life as well as Better End. Definitely digging both, but I'm leaning more towards Better End. Both videos are available at the official Frontiers Records YouTube channel. Vinyl variant for this one is red, limited to 500 copies, and exclusively available at the Frontiers US web store, though the European site also has the album, but in black and in limited run, though no numbers are given for how limited that run is. Given what I've heard, I'm likely to pull the trigger on this one. It's definitely a little heavier than both Sweets and Guns' bands, and I dig the doomier elements creeping in. And I love Sweet's vocals. This time they go more into metal than usual. I think that's kind of interesting. So yeah, I might get this. Rounding out May 14th, we have a reissue for Girlschool. This is their second album, Hit and Run, to be released by Renaissance Records. Originally released in 1981, this is a limited 180-gram vinyl LP pressing and in a gatefold jacket. Also being reissued are two other Girlschool albums, Screaming Blue Murder, as well as Play Dirty. These other two albums are too much of a departure from the band for me than their original sound, so I'm not getting them, but I do feel like I should mention them in case you're interested. Though if you're wanting a reissue of their first album, Demolition, it appears that Renaissance will be putting that out 2 weeks later on May 28th, so definitely good news there. The Renaissance website looks like something out of the 90s, but you can buy the album there, and I'm sure other sellers will have it too. Maybe. Since this is a straight reissue without bonus tracks, I may or may not get it. I do dig the early material from this band quite a bit though, so who knows. Moving on to May 21st, Nuclear Blast Records will be issuing a 9 LP box set for Finnish death doom band Amorphis, entitled Vinyl Collection 2006 to 2020, in celebration of the band's 30th anniversary. In addition to 8 studio albums, the box will also contain the exclusive double live vinyl, Live at Helsinki Ice Hall. Vinyl variants for the set are 9 different colors at 200 copies, black vinyl at 300 copies, silver vinyl at 300 copies, and different shades of blue at 300 copies. And if you're good at math, that means that 1,100 box sets total will be issued. Between the US and the European websites for Nuclear Blast, I'm only seeing this box set at the European one and running at about €200. And last I checked, they were down to 24 units left. So if you want to get it, you may or not be able to get it from whatever point you see this video. So keep that in mind. My interest in Amorphis is more rooted in the early stuff, the first 2 albums to be specific, so I might pass on this one. And as for May 28th, we'll see the 4th studio album for Swiss power metal maidens Burning Witches, entitled The Witch of the North, to be released by Nuclear Blast Records. Vinyl variants for the US are blue at 300 copies, as well as crystal clear and blue sky splatter at 300 copies. Europe will get black vinyl in an unspecified number of copies, as well as glow in the dark at 500 copies. And all variants come in a 2 LP set and with a gatefold jacket. If wanting to hear something from this, their first single is also in music video form. The track is Flight of the Valkyries, and you guessed it, it's at the Nuclear Blast YouTube channel. And if you enjoyed the band's cover songs, seeing as they've done one on each album at the end of each of their albums, if you see Dio, Judas Priest, and Manowar, I believe, they do it at the end of this album as well. This time, Hall of the Mountain King, originally done by Sabotage, of course. That'll be interesting to check out. And yeah, of course, I'm going to be getting this album. And also on May 28th will be a 4-song EP from Cirith Ungol entitled Half Past Human, to be released through Metal Blade Records. So these tracks are older songs for the band. They're re-recorded and modernized. As best as I can tell, the originals go back to the 1970s and their old demo days. I do know that the bass player for this band went on to form Falcon in the 2000s with a couple of guys from Pale Divine, and they did versions of at least 3 of these songs. So there's that. Vinyl variant for the US is dark red marbled vinyl, unspecified number of copies. And for Europe, there'll be a sheer vinyl marble vinyl, 500 copies, orange Aurora vinyl at 300 copies, and yellow marble vinyl at 300 copies. All variants come in a single LP jacket with a 2-sided insert and a digital download card. If interested, the track Brutish Man-Child is available in a non-music video format at Metal Blade's official YouTube channel. The single is okay. I'm going to need to hear more of this before I buy it, of course. Their last album, Forever Black, was decent. I remember talking about it last year, but I also don't find myself going back to that album so much, so we'll see if I buy this new one or not. So as for albums I talked about in last month's episode that I just bought recently, of course I picked up the new Cannibal Corpse album. This is Violence Unimagined, and I'm probably the 10,000th person to show you this record right now. Anyways, I will be talking about this record in greater depth in this month's episode of Vinyl Haul, so definitely check in for that. And that's all for this month. Remember, if you know of any upcoming metal vinyl releases this month, next month, future months, definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know the band name, the album name, and the date it comes out. A lot of people help me out with that. A lot of you guys in particular help me out with that, and I really appreciate it. So definitely take advantage of the comments and let me know. If you enjoy this video, of course, and you want to see me do this in future months, which some of you actually do, which is great, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Share the video with some friends. This is the Accusation Network. I do metal vinyl collecting videos each and every Monday, and sometimes Thursdays. Definitely check out everything here, the videos, the playlists. Have a ball. And as always, thanks for watching, and definitely stay tuned for even more metal vinyl releases coming next month.